Hey guys, so today we're looking at 3.2's homework, and that is covering problems 1 through 4 and then 5 on another page. So you were supposed to learn about solving systems of equations by substitution. And substitution is the idea of taking what you know one variable equals and plugging it into the same variable into another equation. So the very basic piece of knowledge you need is you need to understand the algebra required to solve for one of these variables, because you need to get one of them by themselves. So your first step is to get one of the variables by themselves. And always, the simplest variable to choose is the one that does not have a coefficient. And coefficients are numbers in front. So if you look, this has got a coefficient of 3, coefficient of 9, coefficient of 2. Here, the coefficient is 1. You don't see one. You don't see a number. That would tell me that that's the variable that I want to solve for. So to do that, you're going to move everything else to the other side. So I'm going to subtract 3y and subtract 3y, and you get that x is equal to negative 3y minus 1. Okay? If you are bad at this sort of thing, you need to do not pass go, do not collect $200. Come tell me, hey, Mr. Dybel, I really want to learn what you're teaching me, but I have no idea. I can't even solve an equation for a letter. And so I'll be like, oh, okay, so let me give you the lowdown, and I'll help you out, all right? I'll help you out. I want to help you. I want to help you. I just can't read your mind, okay? So if I figure out you can't do this and get this on a chapter test, that is far too late. That is far, 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 far too late. Right? That's when I can't help you. And then your mom emails me, be like, why does my student make an F in your class? And I'm like, well, they can't do the most basic thing, and they won't tell me that they can't do the most basic thing until it's time to take a test over it. So if this is you, if you did not know how to solve this for X, please let me know. I'm not going to insult you, all right? Everybody starts somewhere, right? But if you don't tell me, I don't know. So anyway, so now we've solved this for x. So we know what x equals. That's a powerful statement, all right? We know that this is what x is. So anytime you see an x in this problem, this is what it equals. It equals this. That means this x right here, it's secretly all this, all right? If we say x equals negative 3y minus 1, that really means that instead of writing x, you could just write negative 3y minus 1. They are exactly the same thing. And that's exactly how you solve this problem. Instead of writing x here on this other equation, you write negative 3y minus 1. And then you write the rest of the equation, plus 9y equals 7. And then you solve this for y. So you distribute the 2 in. Combine like terms, your negative 6y and your 9y make 3y minus 2. That doesn't go anywhere. Now you add the 2 to both sides. Now you divide by 3. Now we know what y equals. Check this out. Now we know what y equals. So you plug that in right there. And you're going to get x equals negative 3 times 3 minus 1. And that gives you a negative 9 minus 1, which is negative 10. And so your solution is an ordered pair. And that ordered pair is negative 10, 3. Boom. Done. Look at that problem. All right, number 2. Man, it's 9:27 now on, is today Wednesday? Oh, today's Wednesday. Sweet. That means tomorrow's Thursday, and the next day is Friday, and then it's the weekend. And then I can play video games all day, except when I'm recording these videos. Man, what a great life, huh? I teach you youngsters how to do math, and then I go home and I play video games. It's going to be funny if I watch these videos in like 10 years and I'm like married and have a kid or two, and then I'm like, I watch these videos back whenever I just got to go home and play video games, and then I have to, like, I don't know, manage other things and man, who knows how that'll be, huh? All right, So now you got freedom. Do you want to solve? Remember, the idea up here was to solve for the variable that had no or a coefficient of 1, right? A number that you don't see in front of the x's. So we have two choices. You want to solve for this y, or do you want to solve for this x? Right? Place your bet now. Which one do you think I'll choose? Right? Hey, you got a 50-50 chance. What do you think I'm going to choose? Right? Is your money on this me solving for y, or is it on me solving for x? All right, place your bets. I'm going to solve for, drum roll please. That's the worst drum roll ever. I'm going to solve for neither of them. Get wrecked. I'm going to solve for the 2 here, or the y here. Ha! 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 You lose. You lose. That's funny. All right. So, just to prove you can, I'm going to solve for this y. And I'm going to show you why you shouldn't do this. It's going to work out, and I'm going to get the same answer as you might if you solve for one of these, but I'm going to do it the hard way. God, I tricked you so good. And you thought I was going to solve for x or y. So now I know what x, or what y equals, so that is what y equals. So I'm going to plug that, and look, I used... This is super important. This is something I really want to say. I used this equation when I solved for the variable. That means I cannot plug this into the same equation. Right? I got to do the other equation. So I'm going to plug that in right there. And I'm going to get 7x plus, and this is what y equals, 1/2 x plus 6 equals 6. So I plugged it into this equation here. Right? So all of this, what color do I want to use? I'll use green. All of this is just all of this, except I plugged in the y. Okay? So now I'm going to simplify. 7x plus 1/2 x is 7.5 x, aka 15 halves. Wow, look, this didn't even matter. When you subtract 6 from both sides, 6 minus 6 is 0. And the only number this could be is 0. So x equals 0. Ha! Ha! The ultimate troll. I deceived you up here, and then it ended up not even being difficult. Look at that. Usually this is where you're going to get some trouble. Now I'm going to take this x, and I'm going to plug that in right here. And I'm going to get y equals 1/2 times 0 plus 6, which is just 6. So 0, 6. Wow, beautiful. Look at that. All right, number 3. Man, 9:30 at night. Man, this is just my night gone away. Playing Street Fighter 1 minute, and now I'm recording videos the next. What a letdown. What number are we on? 3? And I gotta go to the bathroom too. All right, let's hurry up. Let's hurry up. Let's see how fast I can solve these. Wow, this one's so convenient. It's already set up. We're already set up. It's already solved for y. How easy, guys. All you gotta do is just plug what this y equals into that y. Check that out. If I say this is what y equals, then you just plug it into the y. And so you're gonna get, this is supposed to be 5x plus 2y equals 0, but this is what y is. So it's 5x plus 2y, but your y is x minus 7 equals 0. And solve this. Distribute, distribute. Combine like terms. 5x plus 2x is 7x. Divide by 7. You added the 14 to both sides. That's how you got a 14 over here. You get x equals 2. So there's your x. Now you plug that right here. Y equals 2 minus 7. So you get 2, negative 5. Wow, look at that. That problem ended quickly. Number 4. Flip to the next page. Wow, this problem's already solved for you too. 2x minus 5y equals 21. Y, no, not y, x. X equals negative 6y plus 2. So guys, you need to try to solve these. Every one of these you should be saying, hey, do I know how to do this now? And then if you figure out what to do just for 1 second, then pause the video and try to keep working the problem out. Plug that into this x here. You get 2 times negative 6y plus 2, because this is what we said x equals, right? So I plugged it into the x. I plugged it into the x. This used to say x, right there. And so then you get minus 5y equals 21. That's where the rest of this came from. 2 minus 5y equals 21. Now distribute. Combine like terms. The negative 12 and the negative 5 make negative 17. Subtract 4, conveniently. You get negative 17y equals 17. Divide by negative 17. You get y equals negative 1. Now you plug the negative 1. Where do you plug it in, guys? Where do you plug it in? What do you do with the negative 1? You plug it in right there. You get x equals negative 6 times negative 1 plus 2, which gives you 6 plus 2, which gives you 8. So your solution is 8, negative 1. Oh my gosh. We're booking through these. No, I'm at the end. I'm at the end. What has happened? I didn't resize my file. All right, I can fix this. Actually, I'm not going to fix it. I'm just going to make a new one. All right, this is the last video I'm recording tonight. Thank God. All right, so number 5. I don't hate what I do, guys. I just really want to let you know that. I really like what I do. I just don't like having to do it right now. I was really doing good in Street Fighter, man. I had a really glowy brain. That's what we call it whenever you're really absorbing the material and you're really figuring out what to do when you're on the cutting edge of learning. And Street Fighter is all about learning. Most video games I play are all about learning. I play Monster Hunter, that's really all about learning. You need to learn the monster's style and what attacks he does and the tells for each attack and how much time you have in between attacks and how to avoid them, and then how much time you have to punish the attacks by attacking. You gotta do all sorts of learning. That's all I do when I play video games, is learn. I don't play like mindless games. Whatever. So I used to. Well, I still. Well, no, I don't really play any mindless games anymore. I've been playing Divinity Original Sin 2. That's pretty fun. It's a really fun game. There's lots of learning in that. There's lots of strategy. This is turning out to be kind of a problem, but it's fine. Use your calculator for this if you don't know how to do it. 2x minus 14 over 3x is, well, 2 is 6 over 3. And so 6 minus 14 is negative 8. I didn't screw up, did I? Did I write the problem down right? Yeah, I think I wrote it down right. I think it's supposed to be hard. Now you multiply. This is how you get rid of fractions. You multiply by the reciprocal. You guys remember doing this in chapter 1? Multiply by the reciprocal. Oh, look at that. These cancel. So 16 over 8 reduces into 2 over 1, giving you x equals 2 times 3, which is, and it's a negative, so negative 6. And so then you plug that into here, and you get, or up here if you want. Okay, and so you get negative 6, 8. I know that's probably a little messy to follow, but it is what it is. That's the end of our homework lesson. Hopefully you have got your homework assignment done. Hopefully you don't have any questions, and if you do, hopefully you've asked me. It's 9:38. I only have a meager 52 minutes before I have to go to sleep. Because I keep myself on a strict bedtime. 10:30. 10:30. So, there it is. Ask me questions, yada, yada, yada. You know what to do. See ya.